Radio Rahim with Richard Schaefer here in London at the O2 Arena. I'm concerned we're both going to start speaking with accents soon. We're over here so much.
Yeah.
It's another fantastic night, man. I thought both fights were tremendous. I was curious to get your reaction. First to Bermain-Stavern and Joe Joyce, and then, of course, the main event, Chris Eubank Jr.
It was a great night for boxing at the O2. I think the crowd was very entertained. It was great fights, evenly matched fights. And I have to say that Stavern showed up. I mean, he didn't come for the paycheck. Otherwise, he would have stayed down after the first knockdown. But he really wanted to win. He knew that that was his last chance. And often those kind of opponents, you know, they are extra dangerous because he knew if he loses this one, it's pretty much the end of the road for him. So he came to win. He wanted to win. And I think for Joe, it was... as they say here in England, it was a proper beating. It really was. You know, he dominated every round. I think they could have probably stopped it a bit earlier because it was clear that he was not going to win the fight. And he looked very good. He looked very strong. You saw that he can take a punch as well. He got clipped a few times, which is great. I knew he has a great chin. You saw that from the first round to the sixth round. He's non-stop. He's like a Pac-Man, a young Pac-Man, you know, just keeps coming and coming and coming. Sometimes he might knock somebody down with one punch, but I think more often than not, he's just going to wear them down. He's going to chop them down, and that's what he did today. He chopped Bermain-Stavern down, and it was a fantastic win for him, a great experience as well. He won the WBA Gold World title, meaning that he's in line now to fight the winner of Char and Bryan, and then eventually, obviously, for the full championship against Anthony Joshua. So I think Joshua, Fury, and Wilder are probably targets for sometime next year, but I do believe that he has a great opportunity to become and win the regular WBA heavyweight world title.
And in the main event, you know, Chris Eubank Jr. was certainly the favorite, but a lot of people thought that DeGale would be able to outbox him, or at the very minimum give him a really good fight and be a close matchup. That's not what we saw tonight. There was much talk of his retirement should he not win. Do you think it may be time for DeGale to hang up the gloves, and what did you think of his performance tonight?
Well, you know, I always think that retirement is a question you can only ask the fighter, and he has to decide that. But, you know, he's an Olympic champion, had a great career, and for every great champion, eventually you're coming to the end of the road, and maybe today that was the case. It was a dominant performance from Eubanks, and it seemed that Eubanks really was able to hurt DeGale, and DeGale wasn't really able to hurt him. But here I think you might want to interview James.
There we go. Thank you, Richard Schaefer with
so
Radio
much.
Rahim. Yeah.